Hello all. With the Patch Tuesday onslaught coming next week, I was happy to see that this was another somewhat quiet week as far as vulnerabilities and zero-day reveals are concerned. Last month I was quite wrong in my prediction of fewer vulnerabilities coming out on Patch Tuesday, so this month I'll just wait and see with no assumptions or expectations. Now, despite the fact that we had fewer new vulnerabilities and defects being unveiled this week, threat actors still had plenty of old ones out there that are unpatched and are being exploited. Yes, we defenders have an unending task, but if we don't do it, who will? As usual, our RedDotSecurity.news website contains this commentary and a plethora of links to other items that are not in this video that are worth skimming to see if they interest you or pertain to your particular environment or of those you support. There's a lot more than what's said here. Cisco is warning of a critical authentication bypass defect in their identity services engine. This is used in cloud environments such as AWS, Azure, and Oracle. There is some mitigation guidance, which is rather harsh since it performs a factory reset. I would think a wiser route may be to apply their available patches and do so quickly. CISA noticed that ConnectWise Screen Connect released patches for a defect in April, and they've now updated their KEV, the Known Exploited Vulnerabilities catalog, to include this patch. Any ConnectWise hosted Screen Connect instances were patched by ConnectWise when they first found the issue. If you self-host Screen Connect and haven't patched, do so quickly and follow the vendor's guidance on how to check for exploitation. Chrome was found to have yet another defect in their V8 JavaScript engine which required an emergency patch. This zero-day was already under active exploitation, so make sure you check your Chromium-based browsers for updates, and also check Node.js since it uses the V8 JavaScript engine too. Additionally, there were two other flaws in Chrome that were patched with this latest update. If you aren't restarting your Chrome browser or Chromium browsers at least once a week, which initiates an update cycle, you should consider adding that as a regular part of your weekly maintenance. These defect updates seem to be arriving weekly now. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise has released updates to address 8 vulnerabilities in their Store Once disk-based backup and deduplication solution. The defects are rated critical, with upgrading to version 4.3.11 or higher being the fix. Prioritize this update. If threat actors get into your backup infrastructure, it's game over as they can corrupt or even delete your backups, leaving you no recourse other than paying the ransom, and that may not provide a reliable ransomware decryptor to get your data back. Feds take down virus scanner used by hackers to refine their malware. If you're an enterprising threat actor and you want to ensure that your latest version of evil software will get past the defenses of your victims, you test it against the defenses. But that takes a lot of time unless you submit to VirusTotal. However, you'd then have a new problem as you just gave your defenders a copy of the evil payload. No, instead you'd subscribe to a service that would test against different anti-malware vendors and then give you the results so you can tweak until you see that nothing amiss has been seen. The U.S. Justice Department, along with the Dutch and Finnish authorities, have taken down just such a service, and they've seized a trove of information about the subscribers. Score a nice win for the good guys here. Kali GPT AI assistant that transforms penetration testing on Kali Linux. This feels like an amazing transformative moment, but it's also fraught with danger. Kali Linux has long been the staple of penetration testers and hackers alike, providing over 600 pre-installed tools that can be used by defenders and threat actors. One limiting factor has been the complexity of use since most of the tools involve command line controls. All that has changed with Kali GPT. Now you can ask the AI and it will assist you in getting the results you need. And herein lies the problem. This is hosted by OpenAI, and they were just ordered by the U.S. District Court of New York to, quote, preserve and segregate all output log data that would otherwise be deleted on an ongoing forward basis until further ordered by the court. In essence, the output log data that OpenAI has been destroying, whether such data might be deleted as a user's request or because of numerous privacy laws and regulations that might require OpenAI to do so. End quote. Yep, anything you tell OpenAI is to be logged, whether you want that to happen or not. With the amount of potentially damaging information that a legitimate penetration tester might input into Kali GPT, this could be disastrous if a threat actor were to obtain it. If you're considering using this new tool, be very mindful of what information you share. AI in general. There are a lot of articles linked this week about AI, the impact of AI, how to deploy it safely, the timelines to milestones, and a very lengthy PDF presentation about AI from the legendary Bond report, and more. There's lots of good stuff there. Lately, it feels as though doing much of anything on the internet is like driving down a highway in a Mad Max post-apocalyptic world. You need to be armored, drive fast, don't pick up strangers, occasionally fight off raiders that want to disable you and steal your stuff, or that want to do you physical harm. And once you reach your destination, you have to hope that it hasn't been taken over by marauders intent on malfeasance. To gain entry, you often must prove your intent with several forms of interrogation. Are you human? Do you have multi-factor? Do you accept our cookies, pay for access, and more? Do I really want to go to that site that badly? Maybe I'll just go to my bookshelf and pick up a nice physical hardbound book to read instead. Keep the shields up.